Loki's future after the Season 2 finale, a throne that changed everything. The ending of Loki Season 2 wasn't just another Marvel cliffhanger. It was a seismic shift that may ripple across the Marvel Universe cinematic universe for years to come. When Loki sacrificed his freedom and desires to sit upon the Throne of Yggdrasil, binding timelines together with his very being, he transformed into something greater than the God of Mischief. He became the God of Stories, a figure pulled directly from Norse myth and adapted through Marvel Comics into a role both powerful and terrifying in its implications. This wasn't the end of his journey. It was the beginning of a new myth. The question that now lingers in every fan's mind is Loki permanently tethered to this cosmic prison, or has Marvel just crowned him as the single most important character in the Multiverse Saga? The answer may lie not just in Loki's story, but in the looming shadow of another figure destined to shake the MCU to its core, Doctor Doom. Loki's final scene was loaded with visual metaphor and narrative weight. By clutching the endless timelines like roots of the world tree, Loki became the lifeline of all existence. Marvel wasn't being subtle here. The imagery directly referenced Yggdrasil, the tree of life from Norse mythology. In myth, Yggdrasil binds the 9 realms. In the MCU, Loki binds the infinite timelines. This transformation fundamentally rewrites Loki's arc. Once the jealous prince of Asgard, then the conniving trickster, and eventually a broken anti-hero, Loki has now ascended to a mythic archetype. He's no longer defined by schemes or betrayals, but by the burden of responsibility. His evolution mirrors a classic mythological trajectory, the reluctant God King who embraces fate not for glory, but for the survival of others. And yet this godhood may not be as final as it seems. Marvel rarely writes characters into static positions, especially when they're portrayed by Tom Hiddleston, whose presence is a cornerstone of the MCU fanbase. The throne is both a prison and a launchpad, and Marvel has just given themselves the freedom to bring Loki back at any scale, from a whisper in the timelines to a full cosmic return. If the Multiverse Saga has one clear trajectory, it's building toward chaos. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Avengers: Secret Wars are set to be the endgame for this era of storytelling. Yet Kang's position as the big bad has been shaken by real-world controversies, leaving fans and analysts speculating that Marvel may pivot toward a villain who can both anchor the multiverse narrative and energize the fanbase. So how does Loki connect? Quite directly. In the comics, Loki as the God of Stories reshapes reality itself. Meanwhile, in Secret Wars 2015, Doctor Doom famously becomes God Emperor Doom, welding the remnants of broken universes into Battleworld. The thematic overlap is staggering. 2 godlike figures, one born of sacrifice, one born of ambition, holding creation in their hands. If Marvel Studios is clever, and they often are when it comes to myth-making, Loki's new cosmic throne is the mirror opposite of Doom's inevitable rise. Doctor Doom's looming shadow. Dr. Doom hasn't officially appeared in the MCU yet, but his presence is already being whispered in every corner of fandom. With Fantastic Four First Steps 2025 introducing Marvel's first family, Doom's arrival is not just expected, it's demanded. Doom represents the anti-Loki. Where Loki found purpose in giving himself up for the multiverse, Doom will attempt to seize the multiverse for himself. Doom thrives on domination, order, and control. Everything Loki's sacrifice resisted. This sets the stage for a cosmic rivalry unlike anything Marvel has shown before. Imagine a future where Loki, rooted at the center of Yggdrasil, watches as Doom forges his own false tree of life in Secret Wars. The contrast is mythic. One god maintains the flow of time, the other reshapes it in his image. This is not just set up for a clash of powers, it's a clash of philosophies. Is Loki truly stuck on that throne? Fans can't help but ask, is this really the last we'll see of Loki in the flesh? The answer lies in the nature of stories themselves. Loki may not walk freely through time anymore, but his voice and influence are now everywhere. The God of Stories isn't bound by one body. He can appear through whispers and timelines, through illusions, or even through the choices of other heroes. Marvel has crafted an elegant escape hatch. If they want to keep Loki in the cosmic background, they can. If they want to bring Tom Hiddleston back for Secret Wars, they can do that too, perhaps with a reveal where Loki momentarily steps down from the throne to confront Doom himself. The flexibility is deliberate. Loki's connection to Doctor Doom, a mythological duel. Think about it. 2 gods, 2 thrones, 1 multiverse. Loki on Yggdrasil, Doom on Battleworld. One built on sacrifice, the other on conquest. This duality feels inevitable, and Marvel has already laid the groundwork. In Loki Season 2, we saw endless Kang variants, timelines breaking, and multiversal war teased. But Loki's throne was the stabilizer, the anchor. Doom, however, is not a stabilizer, he's a usurper. The symmetry suggests that Doom's rise will directly challenge Loki's sacrifice, forcing the god of stories to intervene. This could even lead to a dramatic narrative twist, Loki as the secret weapon of the Avengers. While Kang might be the advertised villain, Doom could be the ultimate architect of secret wars. And when all else fails, it may be Loki, not Doctor Strange, not Kang, not even Reed Richards, who has the true power to rewrite the ending. Marvel has always balanced nostalgia with reinvention. Loki's new role honors his mythological roots, Yggdrasil, sacrifice, the eternal watcher, while pushing him into a completely new narrative lane. Doom, meanwhile, recalls Marvel's greatest comic saga while giving fans the villain they've long demanded. The MCU is entering uncharted waters, and Loki's throne may be the compass. Whether we see him bound forever or breaking free in the heat of multiversal war, his role ensures that the God of Mischief will never again be dismissed as a side character. He has become the spine of Marvel's mythology. The Multiverse Saga is about chaos, but great stories are about balance. Loki represents the fragile balance of timelines. Doom represents the hunger to control them. Their collision feels less like speculation and more like destiny. So is Loki gone? Or has he simply stepped into a higher plane, waiting for the moment when Doom rises and the multiverse trembles? Marvel may have just written one of the most poetic setups in franchise history. And when the God of Stories finally meets the God Emperor, the MCU may never look the same again.